It's time now for the award-winning #1 local talk show in Northeast Pennsylvania, The Sam Lesante Show. Now here's your host, Sam Lesante.
Hey, my friends, welcome to the Mayor's Report. We have a Mayor's Report in Hazleton and a Mayor's Report in Pottsville. Today, it's the Hazleton Mayor's Report without the mayor. But we're launching today some interesting things in the athletic area. There are so many things happening in the city. So what we thought we would do today is give you an example or tell you what's happening in the near future in activities. Once again, we want to thank the Hazleton Public Transit for their sponsorship. At the end of the show, we show that 5-minute video of everything the public transit does. It's fantastic. Now, I'm here at Altmiller Park. It's on East 12th Street in Hazleton, one of many parks. And what do you do?
Well, the mayor reached out to me last year, right around this time actually, I think with the idea of being able to facilitate more programming for the parks. We have 17 parks in the city. They were transitioning away from how they used to schedule them. So he brought me on to develop a website with that's conveniently located at every park. There's some signs behind us over there. The QR codes, hazletonparks.com is where
What does that tell you?
So what that is it has a list of all available parks and all the amenities. As you can see behind you, there's Court 1, Court 2 for Altmiller Park, and there's a tennis court as well. You'll be able to see in hour blocks what's available and what's not, all completely free. Just if you know ahead of time that you have a group you want to come, you can come and reserve it. And you won't have to go to the parks to see it. You can go right online and you'll be able to see what's available.
So when you say groups, is it teams or is it, get-togethers or what is it?
Well, so I think that's part of what I got brought on to do because there's some existing leagues that already run, especially in softball and the hockey down at Beach Street as well. The idea is that if you already have an existing league, instead of going through the tedious nature of hour by hour, which is what the app is set up for, you can get me your schedules. I'll go in, I'll put them in hour blocks with the admin access that we have, and then you'll get the email confirmation. Everybody will understand, the city will understand that that's your intention to use it, and you'll have the comfortability to know that it's yours at those times. If anyone else would like to use it, they can go on, they can see what the available times are, they can come with friends, family, whatever they want, and then we can have both at these parks.
So are there any, if a group wants to come here, are there any specifics that that are required? When I say that, I mean, they can't bring alcohol, they can't bring drugs, or whatever.
Oh, definitely. All of the park rules exist, and they're present on every sign in both languages. We have English and Spanish at every park. No drugs, no alcohol, no tobacco products, no loud music, no weapons.
Let's talk about some of the programs that you're launching.
Well, let's talk about the ones that existed first. There's a community down in Pagnotti that does a great job. There's 2 softball organizations that are going to be running out of 17th Street, St. Stan's. The pickleball community, there's 2 pickleball communities at the pickleball courts at St. Stan's that do a tremendous job of communicating between themselves and with us as far as what they need, when they're going to be there. There's hockey at the hockey rink at Beach Street. There is a group of people who are reaching out to us with the improvements of Pine Street. They want to try to have flag football. There's a community that remembers what tennis used to be at Beach Street. They want to do something this year, but really why we're here, why we're at Altmiller Park is because we're bringing Saullo Serany back. Okay. And everybody remembers what that used to be. I grew up in it, and I absolutely loved it. There's a community of people here that don't even know that existed.
Explain to the audience, I mean, I'm very familiar with it, you are, but some of the newcomers, what that league was all about, and what is it about?
Well, Saullo Serany used to be a premier summer league where schools from all over different areas came and they battled at Beach Street, and it really was a battle. And then there were individual signups where younger kids like myself could come and play. And quite frankly, we're so far from that there's a large community of people here that don't even know that ever existed. So what we're going to try to do is bridge the gap between the people like us who remember what it was and try to introduce it here at our premier courts in town to see if we can't make it great again.
Mm-hmm. And the teams Do you form new teams?
Well, what we'd like to do is have individual signups first. You know, we would like to see if we can get it out to the kids specifically in our area to see if we can't drum up interest in basketball again, because there hasn't been a league in so many years. But certainly we're open to assembled teams. If that's the direction this takes, we're more than ready and willing to accommodate that.
Are there any new renovations happening in any of the parks?
We're in conversations with the hockey league that runs down at Beach Street. They received a grant that will be resurfaced before the end of the summer. And we're going around to the courts, the pickleball and basketball, the ones that are in dire need of some resurfacing. We're going to get that taken care of as well.
Okay, and when you're talking about these different basketball and the pickleball, etc., is this something that the city arranges? Or is this, can a group come and say, look, we want to play pickleball or whatever?
Both. I think the mayor had a good idea in terms of what he wanted this scheduling to look like, so that both can exist kind of fluidly. And I think that that's what my job is, to facilitate both, to make sure to communicate with everyone, so that the existing leagues have the paperwork in terms of insurance and charters if they have that. And we can welcome in other communities to come and compete on our courts and fields, and they can go and compete in theirs. But then also just for the average citizen to come that just wants to get some exercise with their friends or family, and the fact that they're going to have access to a website, and certainly myself and the rest of the mayor's office, more is better, and I think it all started with communication.
What's on the website that we would be?
The website, you'll have a drop down on the top right, and you'll be able to pick from any park. You will be able to see all of their parks and their amenities and the hours of the day that they're available. And if they're available, all it's going to take is you to put your name, your email address, and your phone number. You can reserve it at any time if it's open, and the requirements are none. It's just go to the website. If it's available, you can. And that doesn't mean that you need to reserve it to come. If you show up on a court and there's no one there, or a playground, you can play.
Okay, so if you're coming onto a court with a group of people that you didn't make a reservation, but is there a way for them to know that, once they start playing, that no one else did reserve it at a certain time?
Of course, as I said, on every sign in English and in Spanish at every park or field, there is a QR code right there. Anybody with a cell phone, all you need to do is open up your camera.
Yeah.
It'll take you right to it, and you'll be able to see.
What about residence requirements? Do you need to be a resident of Hazleton?
No, not at all.
No?
No.
So there was a surrounding area. If someone wants to come and utilize the parks, they can?
Definitely.
And so you were telling me that the parks are on the website,
yes,
indicating that if I want to do pickleball, I'll know where the pickleball is, or if I want to do hockey, etc. Okay.
Yes.
Tell me more how this Serany League is going to. Has it been started yet? Has it been organized yet?
We released it yesterday. The mayor made it very clear that basketball in the city was something that he wanted to see happen. Again, we talked about it earlier. Anyone that remembers that Saullo Serany was the premier basketball league, and people came from far and wide to play in it. It was competitive. Everyone looked forward to it. What it's going to do, in addition to the basketball, it'll create more jobs in the city. There will be ideally 3 different age groups for boys and girls. We'll have going to 3rd through going to 5th, going to 6th through going to 8th, going to 9th through going through 12th. Like I said, boys and girls. We'll have referees. Ideally, there will be game managers here. There will be security here. There will be porta potties here.
You got it all covered.
We're on paper, it looks good. We're really, really excited about it.
Frank, you've been involved with athletics for a long time, haven't you?
Yes, sir.
What has being involved in athletics done for you personally?
I think that it's made all the connections with the people that I know now. Yeah. In terms of how to handle adversity, how to compete, how to stay calm under pressure. Those are things that competitive athleticism does, but what about just being in shape? What about making friends? I think the idea of a community caring about its parks and learning how to coexist with other communities or other members of our own community, I think that's what sports does.
Yeah. And at one time, you were told, don't go to this park, don't go to that park, there's troublemakers here, et cetera, and thank God we don't have that. I mean, sure, you're going to have maybe a little disagreement, but, we sort of like have taken care of those things, haven't you?
I think so, and that's the big reason why we picked Altmiller as the location for Saullo Serany. It is the premier basketball league in the area, and we certainly would like for it to have the positive glow that it was intended for, as far as being the place that kids come to play basketball and safely.
And it's good to see that there's positives, and that's where we want to move ahead. Don't you think? Just being positive and being able to bring the best to the community.
Definitely, I think the opportunities that sports provide kids are one that are not innate to every home. Every situation is different, but when you're on the court or the field, there's an equalizer there. It's not about can and can't, it's about opportunity. Every kid's going to make of it, or every athlete ever is going to make of it what they can. It's a release for many, it's the mental health for many. I'm just really excited to be a part of it.
Yeah, and I think you're enthused about it, that's for sure.
100%.
Yeah. Well, the mayor is certainly 100% for this. So just as a review for our audience, okay, let's talk about the launching, the dates that are happening, and this is also on the website, but just to give you an idea, just give us a brief review.
So Saullo Serany is going to run on Saturdays, starting at 10 in the morning, June 1st through July 20th. We're going to have sign-ups every Wednesday evening at the HIP Center from 5 to 6:30. Mostly I will be the one there with paper sign-ups. We did release on Parks and Rec Facebook on some of our partners with that, the 570 for the Youth Foundation, the Paul and Lisa D'Angelo Family Foundation, the HIP Project on their Facebook, which we do have a jot form in English and Spanish with an accompanying Cash App.
The age groups, any?
Age groups is going to be going to 3rd through going to 5th, boys and girls, going to 6th through going to 8th, boys and girls, going to 9th through going to 12th, boys and girls.
Okay.
Ideally, we would be able to have enough kids to have the boys and girls leagues, but we're going to let the community dictate to us what we have.
Yeah.
We have it available.
Yeah. So it's available to all ages.
All ages.
Okay. And in addition to the Serany, what are the other areas that you have? You have pickleball, and what are the other?
We do. We have pickleball at 17th Street. We have softball at 17th Street. We have softball at Pagnotti Field. We have softball in West End. We have hockey at Beach Street. We have tennis in Beach Street. And we're really excited about what the opportunities are going to be at Roosevelt Park too. I mean, that beautiful turf field there. We're just really excited to get things going.
Yeah, boy, I tell you, there's a lot more happening than when I was going to a grade school and high school. I guess you feel the same way, right?
I do, and it's an exciting time. The next couple of years are going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, and Frank, what I'm seeing in you and I'm seeing in the administration here is that you have enthusiasm. You have the demeanor of wanting to do good for the community, okay? And I applaud you guys for that. You really, you need people like you and the mayor and people who work around there to promote the good things and the positive things we have in this city.
Thank you. The mayor has a good plan, and I'm pretty confident that people are going to like it.
I was so impressed. In fact, I called the mayor. We covered the Easter Bunny giveaway up in the park, and when I saw, he told me it was over 500 people, okay, and I saw all those people, the kids, and how excited they were, and I just thought it was such a nice thing that the city is offering the kids, and the families, and it really touched me a little bit,
Yeah.
And I think I even may have seen Joe Zeller there working. I'm not sure. Were you there working, Joseph? Okay. All right. Anything in closing you'd like to tell our viewers about your programs? Everything is available on social medias, on Facebook, on Instagram for Hazleton Parks. You can find any of our scheduling apps located on the signs at any of our fields or parks. And I'm available by phone or email for anyone who has any questions. Okay. Now, remember, my friends, this is this show, the Mayor's Report. We have two Mayor's Report. Mayor's Report from Hazleton and the Mayor's Report from Pottsville with Mayor Clues in Pottsville and, of course, Mayor Cassette. Today, Mayor had Frank Stish come here. He's the athletic director for the city of Hazleton. And this program is brought to you through the courtesy of the Hazleton Public Transit. And right after these commercials, you'll see a nice video of what the transit does for this community. We'll see you next time.